Hi guys, why do you think some words are more catchy than others? Hmm? Thousands of words, big and small, are crammed inside our memory bank just waiting to be swiftly withdrawn and struck into sentences. In a recent study of epilepsy patients and healthy volunteers, National, National Institute of Health researchers found that our brain may withdraw some common words like pig, tank, and door much more often than others, including cat, straight, and chair, by comic memory tests, brainwave recordings, and surveys of billions of words published in books, news articles, and internet encyclopedia pages. The researchers not only showed our brains made record words but also memories of our past experiences. Patients were shown pairs of words such as hand and apple from a list of 300 common nouns. A few seconds later, they were shown only words, for instance hand, and asked of to remember each pair. Apple. Dr. Zucker's team had used it as the study of neural circuits in the brain store and rapid memories. When Dr. Shy and his colleagues examined test results, they found that paintings successfully recalled some words more than others, regardless of the way on words were painted. In fact, of the 300 words used, the top 5 were on average about 7 times more likely to successfully recall it than of the bottom 5. We said that some things, in this case words, may be inherently easier for our brains to recall than others, said Dr. Jekyll. That result also provides the strongest evidence to data what we discovered about how the brain controls memory in this set of patients may also be true for people outside of the study. Our memories play a fundamental role in who we are and how our brains work. However, one of the biggest challenges of static memories is that people often remember the same things of different ways, making it difficult for researchers to compare people's performance in memory tests. Say Dr. Shi, for over century researchers have called for infinite and content of this variability if we can predict what people should remember in advance and you understand how our brains do this, then we might be able to develop better ways about someone's overall brain health. At a party, he met Wilma Brainbach, an assistant professor in the Department of Psychology at the University of Chicago, who at the time was working as a postdoctoral fellow at the NIMH. She was trying to tackle this same issue by studying whether something we see are more memorable than others. For example, in one set of studies of more than 1,000 healthy volunteers, Dr. Bainbridge and her colleagues found that some faces are more memorable than others. In their experiments, each volunteer was shown a steady stream of faces asked to indicate when they recognized one from earlier in this stream. Our exciting finding is that there are some images of people or places that are inherently memorable for all people. Even though we have each seen different things in our lives, said Dr. Bainbridge, and if image memorability is so powerful, this means we can know in advance what people likely to remember or forget. Nowhere else. As a result, we're limited to understand how our brains work. We recognize something we see at the party, Doctors Shi and Bainbridge wondered whether this idea could be applied of the recall of memories that Dr. Zuckel's team had been studying of. If so, what would they tell us about how the brain remembers our past experience? In this paper, Dr. Shi proposed that a principles from the established theory known as the search for exotic memory model may help explain their incentive index with the epilepsy patients and health control. We thought one way to understand the result of the word pair test was to apply network theories for how the brain remembers past experiences. In this case, memories of the words we used look like internet or airport terminal maps, with the more memorable words appearing as big, highly trafficked spots connected to smaller spots representing the less memorable words, said Dr. Shi. The key to fully understanding this whether to figure out ways connects to words. To address this, the researchers wrote a novel computer modeling program that tested whether creating rules for defining how words are connected can predict these memorable results. They saw in this study. The rules were based on language studies which then scanned thousands of sentences from books, new articles and Wikipedia pages. Eventually, they found that seemingly straightforward ideas for connecting words could not explain their result. For instance, the more memorable words did simply appear more often in the sentence than the less memorable ones. Similarly, they could not find a link between the relative concurrence of the word's definition and the memorability. A word like mud was no more memorable than a word that has more abstract meaning like chief. Instead, their results suggest that the more memorable words were more semantically similar or more often linked to the meanings of other words used in English language. This meant that when the researchers plugged semantic similarity data into computer model, it correctly guessed which words that were memorable from patients and healthy volunteer tests. In contrast, this did not happen when they used data on French compared. Further results supported the idea that the more memorable words represent a traffic of the brain's memory networks. The epilepsy patients correctly recalled the memorable words faster than others. Meanwhile, electrical recordings of the patient's anterior temporal lobe of language center showed that their brains replied the neurosignatures behind those was either than the less memorable ones. The researchers saw this trend when the delicate and victories of result in individual trials, which strongly suggests that the more memorable words are either or the brain will find. Moreover, both the patients and the healthy volunteers mistakenly followed the more memorable words more correctly, and the word followed as a result supported previous studies, which suggest that the brain's may visit or past dog that the connected memories like the why animals for the port, computer research, the internet. When the site words into the search engine and it shows your list of legally relevant quizzes. It feels like the search engine listening to your mind well, or rather suggests that the brains of the subject in the study did something similar when they tried to recall a pirate word, and we think that this might happen when we remember many of our past experiences, said Dr. Shi. Our result also suggests that the structure of the English language is threat everyone brains and to hope that on why it is used to overcome variability when trying to evaluate the health of a person's memory and brain. The team is currently exploring ways to incorporate their results and computer model into development of memory tests, Alzheimer's disease, and other forms of dementia